Arizona Cardinals running back Jonathan Dwyer is now facing assault charges in a case involving a 27-year-old woman and an 18-month-old child. Now, according to reports, one of the counts was aggravated assault, causing a fracture involving the 27-year-old victim, whom they did not identify. Police said they were carrying out a search warrant of Dwyer's residence in pursuit of more evidence. So it all went down one night in July when neighbors realized that there was some sort of altercation occurring in Dwyer's home. So according to the reports, and this is Associated Press, neighbors heard a fight and called police, who showed up at the residence but left without making an arrest because Dwyer hid in the bathroom and the woman said no one was at the home. The following day, there was another altercation, and apparently at that point, it got extremely violent, according to the woman, who is unidentified. The next day, Dwyer snatched the woman's cell phone and threw it from the second floor of their residence to prevent her from calling police about another dispute. The woman moved out of state with the child, but came forward last week and provided police with information about her injuries and text messages indicating Dwyer was going to harm himself because of what had been going on. She also alleges that he threw a shoe at the 18-month-old. So these are all allegations at this point. He has been arrested, he has been charged, but he hasn't actually gone through any type of trial. So we have to wait to see whether or not he gets convicted of this. However, the Arizona Cardinals have decided to deactivate him immediately because of his arrest.
Yeah, man, if you are a beater of your spouse or your children, it is a bad time for you in the NFL right now. Thankfully, people are taking it seriously. Teams seem like they're doing everything they can to track it down so that they're the ones who, take this person out and it doesn't just come about from a video being leaked or something like that. So I'm glad that as a result of Ray Rice and a couple of other high-profile cases recently, the NFL is finally doing something about it. I mean, these situations are absolutely horrendous. And the most terrible thing is there have been some that have been very recent. Like, since we've started focusing on it, some people in the NFL are still going and beating the people in their family. Like, it's insane that continues, but we have to remember that these are humans like any other, and some of them are severely messed up mentally.
There's something really fascinating going on with the NFL, though. Like, if you look at the statistics, domestic violence cases within the NFL is higher than what the national average is for domestic violence, right? There are more instances of domestic violence within the NFL. So why is that? Is there something about the culture? Could it have something to do with the game? Could it have something to do with the brain injuries that we've talked about on the show before as a result of the roughness of the game? I don't know. I have no idea, but there is something strange going on. And for the NFL to handle it the way that it has so far is questionable, to say the least. I mean, the NFL hasn't really gotten involved in this recent case, but it is good that the Cardinals decided, like, you know what, we're just going to deactivate him from the get-go because we don't want to deal with any issues. And also, just to give you some more information about the Cardinals, this is actually the second domestic violence case involving a Cardinals player. Inside linebacker Daryl Washington pleaded guilty to assaulting his ex-girlfriend and is serving a year of supervised probation. Washington has not yet been penalized by the NFL for his offense, but is suspended for this season for violating the league's substance abuse policy.
Well, they do care about some abuse then. Not necessarily the sort of abuse we want them to.
Don't abuse substances, but if you abuse your wife or your girlfriend,
they're important, but they're not substances. Come on.
It's amazing.
I think when you were sort of speculating about some of the things that might be leading to this, I think that you nailed it. I think that all of those have to be involved to some extent. During the production meeting, I know Arena didn't agree with me, but I think that the concussion thing has to be involved in some way. I mean, they've said that they estimate conservatively at least 1 out of 3 are going to have long-term health and mental consequences, which is just a huge amount. But like, before the major consequences, it has to have some effect on your ability to reason, to control your emotions. I mean, the exact sorts of things that stop people from doing these horrible things like abusing the person they're with. I think it's impossible to think that that isn't in some way connected.